This is Ableton's built-in snare. This is a $650 snare. And this is just a $100 snare. I paid about $650 for Superior Drummer 3. I hardly use it. It's a CPU hog and it introduces a lot of latency issues when running the Roland TD27 through Ableton. This is Clevgrand's new OneShot. And not only is it versatile, but it's just intuitive and a joy to play with. I want to show you around this wonderful plugin because I'd love to see more folks using it. But by the way, Clevgrand didn't ask me to create this video. I took a chance with OneShot, and just like Borster, it's really fun to use. Okay, so let me give you the overview. It's separated into slots and you have your layers or triggers at the bottom. There's a plethora of unique samples inside each of the slots, so you can kind of round robin the different velocities to get a unique hit. And if you want to change where a sound is triggered, then just select that trigger and move it to another point of your keyboard. Like I said, it's really intuitive. And if you want to duplicate that sound, maybe you want different pitches of toms or percussion, then just hold Option and drag it to a new key. Intuitive. Straight off the bat, they have so many kits to choose from with really high quality sounds. And it's not even just drum kits and percussion, there's also melodic sounds. If you stay till the end of the video, I'm going to create a whole loop just inside this OneShot plugin. Obviously, you can edit these sounds and trim them with the edit key here, or you can load a new sample to start building your own kits. By the way, if you do download OneShot, I've made some presets and a few kits because I noticed that there wasn't really a lo-fi sound, so I've put some lo-fi kits over at the Patreon. It's absolutely free. You don't have to pay extra once you've bought OneShot. I wanted to make it really easy, just so you had all the sounds you needed at your disposal. Also, there's a bunch of bonuses over at the Patreon today. Brand new episode on how I created the BetterHelp device, obviously that device which you can download, and some MIDI packs as well. So, just get your hands on a bunch of goodies if you're part of the crew. It took me a minute to notice this one, but clicking trigger unveils the different envelopes, and you can humanize and even reverse these samples as well. So you can, again, add a little bit more of your personality into these kits. Chokes are super easy to set up. I don't want to be messing around, going through different menus. This is just select the thing that you want to choke the other thing. That's how it should be. Obviously, you have pitch, pan, effects options, which are really nice. And you can send audio to either of the buses, which you can also apply effects to. And you can add effects to the master. I like to go with the distortion and finalizer, which gives it this kind of like soft clipped aggressive punch. But what I really like is something that I think most people are going to overlook, and it's the option to change the output routing, which is really easy to do. I like to separate these so I can apply my own weird effects to different parts of the drums, or just add that new Ableton device, which I mentioned is over at the Patreon today. In this format, we can mix it in a way that we're used to in Ableton and just get super weird. All in all, it just feels very nice to play. You can tell that it's made with love, and hopefully you can tell that I'm just having a blast with it. I'm super passionate about, room sound and drums, and this kind of has it all. I've done a lot of talking, so how about we just grab some sounds and see how much of a song we can make with OneShot. I've got this really nice earth and grass preset lined up. Sounds like this. Let's see what we can come up with. You know what's interesting about this pattern as well, and I'm just going to take the second half, is that if we quantize it differently, we can do like a switch up if we were ever to create this into a full beat. So the first selected half, we could do as eighth notes and triplet eighth notes, and we get this kind of vibe. Just kind of quantized version of what we just played. And we just want to switch that note to there. But these selected notes, if we do them as sixteenths, we get this pattern. So we can have this as kind of the intro. And then when we want to kind of do a halftime kind of fill, you're changing the vibe of it, but you don't have to change the tempo. So that's that Earth and Grass preset, but I'm just running some of the toms through the BetterHelp device, which is available over on the Patreon today. We'll add another OneShot, and I really like that conga harp thing that we had from before. And then this will just kind of play with that thing. I'm just going to freestyle it, see what happens. The bass, the pitched bass. And then we'll just like play the C, I think, with like maybe some distortion. Now, of course, OneShot didn't sponsor this episode because our sponsor is DistroKid. I've got new music coming out with my friend Dan Harmon, and we released that track with DistroKid. Don't forget to pre-save it. It's out March 8th. Following the track, we did everything inside DistroKid, including create the artwork from DistroPick, and then use splits to ensure that we share the revenue. Couldn't be easier, and you can get 7% off in the description below. Thank you so much for swinging by, guys. I know this wasn't really part of my usual kind of tutorial videos, but I hope you enjoyed looking at something a little bit different. Hopefully I put it on your radar. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already, because I think we're getting Ableton Live 12 next week, and I'll be rolling out some more Live 12 content to help you get set up. It's been a pleasure to talk to you as always, and I'll see you next time.